All right. We Hi. Hello. How are you? We're not doing 75 hour day anymore, and it's not because I gave up. It's because I finished it. Now, you may think to yourself, where did the YouTube videos go? So, I'm going to explain all that, and I've already said once again, like, if you really want to be the most up to date, follow the Instagram ed_gaa1. Hopefully, I'll have it in the description. But hi there, hello. My name is Edgar Ortega. I'm a Division II runner running for Biola University. I am now my second day moved in to my dorm room. My roommate will come in about probably like 12 days, something like that. And we finished 75 hard. And so the point of this video is to kind of update you guys where I'm at. I did leave you guys in the dust. I apologize. And I think the reasoning came into that was like I was mentally hitting a wall, and I was kind of misreading myself as to what was the point of this challenge. And yes, a part of it did include upload daily, and in a way I did fulfill that through Instagram, but I think I did overstretch myself with trying to do a lot at once, and I did not want that to affect my performance, because at the end of the day, I could have not documented this and I still very much would have succeeded. So, but the point of this, with this whole challenge, was for me to get fit, for me to showcase it, have my own routine in terms of the books I got going on here. I'll show them right now. You know, I work with these set of books. I got a Bible, I got like 3 notebooks, and some other books that I'm reading. But I got through one book. I almost got through those 2 other books. Was not able to, unfortunately. But uh, we did. There was that routine that was established. There were habits that were happening. They were developed into a lifestyle, and that now post 75 hard, I think is when it shows that the true impact of this challenge and how it really mattered. And that's how I think that's how will everything will show. Of course, alongside showing some results physically from my fall season for this cross country, for cross country and all. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. And I will say I'm really pleased with how everything went. I feel like if I were to grade myself, it'd probably be like a B plus, mainly because there were some bumps in the road, and I understand I did have to make some sacrifices. But in terms of the physical aspect, I'm in the best shape I've been in quite a long time. I've have had little to no interruptions, and I've had some fun. I've had some fun, and just there was discipline within this. And though I think the greatest part about this challenge is that despite the fact I did set a good amount of rules, I was able to have these gray areas of grace with myself, to be able to realize, okay, hey, maybe this is not realistic in this moment. Let's adapt. And it's not to say, oh, I'm just going to screw the whole challenge. No, there were some areas which, uploading content was one of those gray areas where I was thinking to myself, I probably am stretching myself out too much, and I know the main priority is getting my fitness right and getting my mind right, but like my physical life outside the camera. And I'm gonna make better videos now that I don't have a daily upload to do. So that's where I find myself, and I I'm really blessed with the position that I'm in right now, of just being able to be a full time, I was full time student athlete this entire time, but it's different at a 4 year. It's different at a 4 year university compared to a 2 year, and it's not to knock a 2 year, because I loved my experience there. And shout out to my community college people, because we are dogs, hungry dogs, and we want it all, and we want an opportunity. So if you're one of those guys, keep watching, keep going for yourself. So yeah, now that we're here, I'm all settled in. Kind of got this whole setup right here. I just put in my supplements again, but I'm in a dorm room now, and we got a 2 mile time trial tomorrow. And my thought process right now, in terms of making videos, I definitely want to continue to go into short form content. And I do like doing this long form. And I've found that I like talking more than trying to make a video that's super engaging. Because I've stated this from the start, this is not meant to be a how to, this is meant to be a diary. I am not your how to. I can tell you what I've done wrong and maybe suggest that you can't do it, but I would really find it, what's the word for it? I wouldn't find it pleasing for someone to chase exactly what I'm doing. Now they can be inspired and try to put their own twist to it, but if they try to emulate every single thing that I've been doing, it probably wouldn't work. Or maybe it could. I don't know. But I can't be the one to dictate that and tell 100 people, go do XYZ and you'll do great. Because, you know, there's so many factors that go into our own individual lives that will, that can change the course into what will be your unique story. So that's just some obvious information that I hope that is known to you guys. But yeah, so I just want to be able to give you guys this update. And, you know, if you've just followed YouTube and commented and all that, I appreciate it. But highly suggest you follow my Instagram. I'm not going to go, because it's so funny. I think I had like 5 or 6 days of long form content, and I had it all recorded, but I never edited it. So it probably will never see the light of day. And I'm okay with that. I think just it's good to see now where it's like, how will I put my priorities moving forward? And how would I be able to integrate creating a community of people that want to follow this journey and take it and see what they can put into their own? And I'm really curious as to what I can do with content creation. But I think a hurdle I do have to step over is that maybe I do have to offer myself to you guys, and so you guys get a value as you watch my videos and take the time and truthfully realize, look, you can look into someone's mind as they're going through such a, honestly, a very interesting part of their lives and to my life. You know, it's like it's very interesting. I've had a very interesting 3 years since coming into college, and I don't know what my life looks like in the next year. I don't know what it looks like tomorrow. So it's tomorrow's never promised. So I give thanks to God for every day that He puts me here. So that's I really don't know where else to continue to put this. I should have wrote a script, but I don't know. A part of me wants to fulfill this side where it's like, here's the proper way to do things, and then I just want to do things my way, and I'm like, here you go. And if you were to look into the uploads as 75 hard, there was a couple of episodes where I was just like, here's the upload, don't get a lot for you, not going to put the hashtags, not going to repost it on the story, because I realized, because I kept on getting so engaged into the, like, and I told myself I was not going to make this mistake, but the views, you know, and it was like, and so I think I gained like 60 followers, but lost 20. No, lost 80, excuse me. Like, so it's fun. It's funny to see that. I don't think I'm genuinely, you know, upset about it. I find it funny, but I think now how that makes me think and feel about what type of content I'm making, what's the audience that I'm looking for, who do I have to think about when I'm making content like this, or do I just think about myself and realize like, hey, like this is my journey first. I think that's for sure the first barrier, but then the second barrier is that I hope you do take something from it. uh, I don't want to be super selfish about it, but that's that's where I find myself in through that part. Now, I don't know how recording will be. I obviously can't record the workouts, but I think I will still very much record my own feelings and being able to express myself. I think that also just helps with me being able to, well, speak, because I'm a communications major. I got to be able to figure that out. I have had, honestly, some spit right there, right there. Some speech impediments, stutters. I've been having that ever since I started college. Maybe I've had it all my life, but I feel like I've been always going too fast in the way I speak and communicate with myself. And I'm trying to make sure that the way I put myself out there is concise, it's complete, and it's thorough, and actually putting out a message rather than just rambling on. So I'm trying to figure out. I always say there's that, and then I look to the left. See, like I'm very self aware of what I'm doing, and I really am. And I don't think a lot of people are, if that makes sense. And it's not to bash anyone, but you can realize the people around you. And something that I've learned this summer from this challenge as I put myself into new situations is that no one truthfully knows what they're doing. And that's kind of scary when you really like existentialize it. And you go ahead, let's say, to an institute like this where I'm at, and it looks like everyone knows what they're doing, and they can think in their heads that, but I'm gonna be so real. No, no one knows what they're doing. Not even me. I don't got a clue. I'm just winging it. All right. And but that's not to dock anyone's professionalism or anything like that, or certificates or degrees they get or experiences they have. Is just, you don't just think of that, obviously, when you get out the womb. You don't just think of that like, okay, for sure I'm going to be doing XYZ, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know every single angle of the situation that's going to happen. Because if you think too further like that, you're going to crush yourself. Like you're going to fumble. And I've done that. So sometimes I feel it's okay to realize that it's very much okay to not know what you're doing. And that's why I've documented this without a how to. No one taught me how to record for 75 days and upload it, let alone build a routine, build my own rules for this challenge, and stick to it to the best of my ability. So that's, I think that will be about it for this video. But I really wanted to give this clarity and understanding to you guys. And if you've tuned in, I really appreciate you. And we'll see. I mean, maybe you guys can comment and see what you and tell me what you guys want to see, because I I'm kind of clueless right now. I'll have some creative ideas, but I don't think as much as I want to stick to one niche under the umbrella of running, in like my sport, I feel that there's some other things, some other projects that I do want to get into. Something that I've been knocking the door on as of lately is poetry, and I have this one good poem that I've wrote, and it has to do with previous um, previous relationship and like their favorite place. I'm not gonna read it to y'all because that's too personal, but someone that I've been inspired to do that because there's someone else named Joshua Linett, and if you remember, I think within the first 10 days, 15 days, I was uploading 475 hard. I was I was very much uh, talking about this guy named Joshua Linett, and he's Australian, I believe, and he does poetry alongside running, and I find that really powerful. And not only I want to do poetry amongst, within the running space, but I want to be able to do it within the life experiences I've been having, and being able to share it and feel this intimate moment and inspire someone to give themselves with their experiences, or maybe fantasize about new ones, or look forward to and such, or maybe something about the present. So that's that. I'm really interested in that. I'm really interested in just documenting travel vlogs for the cross country team. I'm interested in mundane conversations, like mundane experiences. Like I seriously would consider getting a camera, like getting my camera here, and then I would get, let's see here. Ooh, okay. And then I would get this tripod, which I don't know why, but I think yeah, this thing burnt out on me, and I probably need to return it. At least I got a warranty on it. But I would set this down on the table in the dining hall. I'm with 3 of my teammates, and we just talk. We just talk for like 15, 20 minutes, and not even anything in particular, but just speak. And something about these mundane experiences makes life so special in a way, despite the fact that it's so normal. And that's what I want to be able to try to go ahead and do, or maybe just as like a walk in a park. Like and I'm not thinking about trying to make the most engaging footage. Like the people that I want to watch these videos, as much as there's so much of an idea of chasing an algorithm, chasing the next fast thing that comes to your face and stick it right to your head and make sure you watch the dang 60 seconds or so to just watch a video. The reason why I made my videos long or however and such, and it's very much uncut, is because I want someone to just watch for the sake of watching or even listening, rather than just a 60-second clip and there, that's it. Like, and then you just scroll on to the next thing. That's what I've realized, especially that I've kind of deprived myself of consuming a lot of content, particularly for my phone. Like throughout 70, 75 hard days, like yes, I've had the opportunity to scroll on social media, but it's much different experience when a majority of your time is on a different device that's not as easy to swipe with as such as a phone, and you're trying to upload and then you're trying to get inspiration. Maybe you do get lost in swiping here and there, but my time was considerably much lower. My screen time was considerably much lower in terms of how much I'm actually using it to just put on and just spend my time consuming content that's kind of going one ear out the other, compared to how I've shifted it now. I now have social media back on my phone, but I'm literally even debating as now, like, because I found myself scrolling again, and then I turn my phone on black and white, and it's like, what am I waiting for? And I kind of just want to delete it again. Uh, I really do. It's because I was thinking to myself, oh, like maybe the reason I should keep it is because I want to go ahead and upload stories and da 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 da, and that's nice. But to be honest with you, it's not as needed. Like I can upload today's video in 2 days, and no one would really care, unless it's like, maybe let's say you are trying to chase with an algorithm. Let's say Olympics happen, you need to upload within everything within the minute, the hour, and such. And if you upload it 3 weeks later, it's just going to become irrelevant. But I think if I'm not uploading, you know, my my Instagram post the minute it posts up on my story, yes, that probably will get less views, but that's it. I would much rather have that detachment and have my own self-fulfillment, and still the people who are going to watch it are going to want to watch it. The algorithm will figure itself out, but I wouldn't want to force people to watch my videos. And I hate that chase, and it's such a kind of a split between in my mind, because I do want to try to invest myself in this, but there's just that angle, and you can't grow without trying to adapt yourself within that circle. And it's so hard to build an audience organically like that, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think I have to shut it down. I am rambling on too much, but I really appreciate anyone who has tuned in, or if this is your first video, watch for more. Uh, Literally the best way to watch the good stuff consistently will be on Instagram, and follow my Strava as well if you're into the training. I am just trying to figure that out. I've had a really good summer. And I did forgot to tell you guys with like what were the results of 75 hard. I'll get through this quickly, despite the fact this is like supposed to be the main part of the video. But I lost 10 pounds. I'm like around 140, 142. Haven't stepped on a scale in a couple days because there's no scale by me. But I can tell you I feel good. I'm in the shape of my life for sure. I've written quite a lot. And for reference, this is just one notebook. And there's like 180 pages, I think, in this. And we're like, let's see here. We're like right here, right now. And it's like over half of the notebook. And I've wrote it consistently. It's not just about like day to day, it's like my emotions. And then, we got this notebook here, which really does have like kind of my rambles and small ideas. And we've read a lot of Bible quotes. And I found my favorite Bible quote of all time. It's Proverbs 69. So that and the other books I'm reading, and it's done a lot to my body, and like the way I feel about myself is so much better and a lot more firm, like a lot more assertive, and like I know the type of people I want to have in my life, and I know the person I want to be, and I want to continue to grow and change. And it's almost like now, not that I think that I'm better than everybody, because I'm certainly not, but I have a standard, and I can't stand, and I am serious with you guys on this, and I maybe you guys relate. I can't stand mediocrity, and it's almost like why I'm so terrified to put myself around here, because like what if I fall into mediocrity again? Because I was mediocre, and I think I still am. I've made progress. I'm less mediocre than I was before, but I want to get better, and it starts with the people around me. And I think some of the people that I pushed myself around with were mediocre, for sure. Or even just seeing like how they communicate themselves, and like I want to be able to be straight up about how I'm feeling and communicating that. And if I've learned now that as we get older, there's less time for you to mess around with and like beat around the bush. Like just say it as it is. Just say it as it is. So yeah, I there we go. We're now we're gonna cut it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But sorry, not sorry. I hope you guys have a fantastic morning, evening, night, whatever. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.